Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned in to the Saxon's Bakery podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Goss. And my special guest here, Diamond Kutz.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
All right. You doing all right? Can't complain, man.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to have you on the channel here.
Hope you staying safe during the quarantine, you know?
Yes, absolutely, man. It's
right.
uncertain times. A lot going on. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this interview, man.
Sure, man.
First off, where are you from?
Actually, I'm born and raised in San Francisco. San Francisco, man. The city by the bay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What was it like growing up in San Francisco?
It was good and bad. The goods of it is, you know, it's a tourist city. You have a lot of things to do out there, a lot of spots to go to, enjoy with your friends and family. Actually grew up in Hunters Point. Definitely was rough. I was raised by a single mother, and she raised me and 4 other siblings. My pops, he passed when I was 4. It was basically like an environment where, a lot of killings and robbings and, just stuff that you have to you really got to overcome. Try not to get sucked into the gangs and, the stuff that'll land you in jail or, leave you dead, but the stuff that kept me out of that was sports, man. Sports and, I'm not gonna lie, girls. Sports and girls kept me out of trouble, man, So, and I also went to McAteer. That was a high school I went to. The type of high school where everybody from damn near every hood went to. So, yeah, man, just a little background on it. So,
what sport in particular did you play, or did you gravitate towards the most?
Basketball was definitely the sport. I started watching basketball with my mom and my older brother. Rest in peace. Brother passed away a couple years ago. First player I ever liked was Magic Johnson. And I remember me, my mom, and my brother, we saw Jordan beat Magic and the Lakers in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I was a young buck.
Yeah, man. and that's how I became a Laker fan, because I like Magic. And then eventually came Penny Hardaway and Kobe Bryant. Still those are my other favorite players. And just growing up since the age of 6, that's when I started to learn how to play, learning from my brother. I didn't play in a league until middle school. I played for the Boys and Girls Club. Actually won the championship too.
Nice.
I really did. Yeah, and, played basketball all through high school. I did try for football. I made it. But a funny story is that I tried out for safety, and I got hit so bad in practice one time. That was it. I said, nah, that was it. I'm
gonna stick to basketball.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to basketball. But I would say, I wish I would have tried baseball. Coming from, growing up with an older brother, man, he played everything. Even golf. He could play golf.
Yeah, because golf, man, it's just like, I didn't know you could get a scholarship playing golf. So golf is like an underrated sport.
It is,
So shout out to all the kids out there that are trying to find sports to get into.
Right.
Golf is one.
All the kids out there, try to invest and play all sports that you want to play. You never know, because it's been athletes who was better at football, but they made it in basketball, and vice versa. Look at Kaepernick and Russell Wilson. Very good in baseball, but they made it in football. So definitely do that.
Next question. When did you discover you wanted to become a barber? Is this something that it developed over time, or is it something that you knew that you always wanted to become a barber since you were a young kid?
Well, it first started off with, I had an older cousin. He's cutting hair, man, since he was 12. And I was one of his first clients. He used to cut me in the room, then he moved to the basement. So I said, no, I basically watched him grow. And I didn't start getting into it till about, I was 15, around that age. And I used to always ask him questions about it, but he didn't take me serious, So until I got a little older, but I seen him open his first shop, how he gained his clientele, how well he treated his clients, and to be honest, I used to really procrastinate. Oh man, I want to be a barber, I want to do it, I want to go to school. But after doing security for 7-8 years, finally got tired of it. I said, F it, man. I'm gonna take my butt to school, and I'm gonna go. And I eventually graduated school. That's when I lost my brother and my auntie at that time. And I just pushed through it. And I'm not gonna lie, it was really rough after graduating, because when you start your own little business and you're trying to grow, it gets rough with money, it gets rough with time and patience. But over time it got better. So I didn't really really want to become a barber until, say, around college. And I got serious. I didn't get serious until my late 20s.
Given that you've been a barber for some time now, what is the biggest reward in becoming a barber for you? Is it just being able to interact, with people on a day-to-day basis and make them, feel good about themselves, or is it the perks that come with becoming a barber, or is it just a combination of that? What's the biggest reward?
Actually, everything about it is great, but I say the most rewarding part of it was seeing you grow, man. The growth is amazing. Like I know most people don't want to admit it, but when you're in barber school, man, trash, man. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing, So matter of fact, to all the students that's attending barber school right now, keep at it, man. Be patient and keep cutting. That's the number one thing. Keep cutting, because you're going to get better at it. You're going to see the growth from when you first started school and when you leave school. And then the big challenge is once you get into a barbershop. You're seeing all these people, having good haircuts, and then you looking at yourself like, oh, because that's how it happened with me. I got into a barbershop. I'm like, damn, man, how can I cut like them? It's not about that. It's about repetition. Keep cutting, and have confidence. Anytime you're standing behind that chair, have confidence. The skills is going to come. You're going to grow. It's going to happen. But yeah, growth, man, was the number one thing for me. Seeing me down here, and I build my skills. I build my clientele. I build my brand. And another thing, you have to promote yourself. And that's whatever you do, whether you're a chef, a barber, or a writer, always promote yourself. That's the number one thing. And another big thing I would say is interacting with clients. It's the type of relationship that you build.
Not only that, it's good for networking purposes, right? Because you never know who these people might know. You know what I mean? So you always want to build those connections up, and so you can get to that level you want to get to, like you were talking to earlier. So yeah.
It's and then and exactly what you said. You never know who you may run into. And being a barber, man, having those type of relationship with folks, you never know what they do. It's like earlier I was talking to you about a guy that's in the service. He's so smart with technology. Like, he taught me a lot. So those are the rewarding parts about being a barber.
In addition to playing basketball in your spare time, what other hobbies have you developed, or not necessarily developed, but hobbies that you have been doing for quite some time?
Man, it's quite a few. First off, I've been a sneakerhead since. I'm gonna be honest. I've been a sneakerhead since I was in middle school because I couldn't get shoes when I was little. But since I was in middle school, man, I've loved shoes. Jordans is probably number one, but I also love Air Maxes, man. I love Air Maxes, but I basically, I'm not gonna say I get every shoe that come out, but just any shoe that I like. I just like looking nice. I like having a fresh pair of J's or sneakers on with a fresh fit. And then actually my first pair of sneakers that really got me into shoes was the Bred 4s. Those was the ones. So yeah, shoes is a thing that I love to collect. And since my early 20s, man, I also became great at pool. I love playing pool. It's very, very relaxing. Pool, and I will also say swimming. I like to swim too. And those are the three things I like to do.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude this interview with entrepreneur and barber, Diamond Kutz. We've also purchased some of his do-rags and brushes. You can contact him on Instagram as DK_wavy_. And also, looking for a haircut and you're in the Fairfield area, go ahead out to Reactions Barbershop. Get in touch with my man Diamond Kutz over here.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, and we're looking forward to doing this again very soon.
I'm out, y'all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.